Well, good morning, Cintli, and welcome to Tuesdays with Rose. Today's guest is Cintli Chacon. She's a strategic tax advisor and global transfer pricing service provider. So we'll get to learn about what she offers, what she does, and how she provides solutions to businesses that are looking to grow in other markets. So, Cintli, welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me here, Rogelio. Good morning, everyone.
All right. Well, let's get to know Cintli a little bit. So first of all, just if you can give us a little background on who is Cintli Chacon, where do you live, what do you do, and then we'll get in and ask you some questions.
Sure. Well, I am Cintli. I am Mexican, but I live in Panama since 2015. So I do strategic tax planning and tax advice for my clients. And yeah, this is me.
Very good. Well, thanks again for joining us. And just so you all know, Cintli is one of my colleagues from one of our networking groups, BNI, which I've mentioned before. We've had some of our other members being guests here, so it's always nice to see the diverse background that we have in the members and just the experiences that they have. So Cintli, I was able to take a look at your background a little bit on LinkedIn, your profile, and everybody, just so you know, will have her information tagged so you can have it and you can review it and then connect with her. But it showed that you worked in some pretty diverse regions. I mean, from Latin America to Asia and beyond. What's the most unexpected or surprising tax challenge you've encountered in your global adventures?
Oh, thank you, Rogelio. I think that one of the most unexpected challenges I faced, I was in a developing market in Africa where transfer pricing rules were not only evolving rapidly, but also varied significantly from one country to the other. The biggest surprise wasn't the complexity of the regulations, but how to adapt accordingly, the internal processes and to get ready to deal with all of these variations, but keeping the compliance and the tax mindset focus in place, being proactive. That was the most challenging experience I have had.
I can imagine that. I mean, those are some challenging things having that, and I mean, from country to country. Very transfer pricing. I saw that in your well, first of all, in your title of what you do and in your history, but transfer pricing can sound a bit dry to the un, initiated in that area. Can you share a story where creative approach to transfer pricing made a significant difference for a client?
Sure, absolutely. Transfer pricing may sound technical, but it can be a powerful tool when applied strategically. I once worked with a client facing challenges with their intercompany pricing model, leading to significant tax liability. So by carefully reevaluating their supply chain and implementing a tailored transfer pricing strategy, we successfully reduced their tax burden by around 15-20% while ensuring full compliance. So this approach made a substantial difference to their overall financial performance. So it sounds technical, but it's very useful to do it proactively.
Hey, technical is good as long as you have the right experts behind it. I mean, you mentioned the top two things: tax reduction, compliance, and you made it easy. You take on that burden. So hey, more power to you. So let's talk about, talking about power, the superpower of task risk analysis. If task risk analysis were a superhero, what would its superpowers be? How do you use these powers to save the day for your clients?
Wow, good question. So let me say, if tax risk analysis were a superhero, its superpowers would be foresight and resilience. These powers allow us to anticipate potential issues before they become costly problems and build a strong defense against regulatory challenges. So for my clients, this means peace of mind and the ability to focus on growth rather than worrying about unexpected tax surprises.
Nice foresight. That's like ESP, having that sixth sense, knowing what's gonna happen before it happens, and resilience to be able to deal with it. Those are pretty good superpowers there. Now, let's talk about leadership in a world of numbers. I mean, this is all about numbers and it's everything. So now you're known for your transformation leadership style. What's your secret to leading teams through the complex and often stressful world of international tax?
Thank you for this question, Rogelio. So, leading teams through the complexities of international tax requires a balance of empathy, expertise, and staying close to the business. My secret is to foster an environment where collaboration, continuous learning, and a deep understanding of our clients' business operations are prioritized. Additionally, I believe in cultivating a positive work atmosphere where team members feel valued and enjoy their work. By empowering the teams to think critically, stay ahead of industry trends, and maintain close alignment with our clients' goals, we can navigate even the most stressful situations with confidence, precision, and shared sense of accomplishment.
I hear the same superpowers being passed on to the leadership side, right? Staying ahead of the game, knowing what's going to happen, being resilient with the engagement, being resilient with the solutions that you provide. That's always good. So and it's hey, more power to you on having that engaged team. Um, we're and if it's okay with you, I want to talk about little well, we can talk briefly. I mean, it's in the world of in the world of M&As, but M&As, mergers and acquisitions, they're already complicated.
True.
Uh, how does the strategic tax planning add value in the process? And can you share an example of when it turned into a potential disaster into a success?
Sure. Well, let's start saying that strategic tax planning is the cornerstone of a successful M&A process. It equips the team with the tools to address the challenges that arise, enabling them to conduct thorough due diligence and manage complexities effectively. I recall working on a cross-border acquisition where the initial tax structure presented significant compliance risks and unnecessary costs. So by implementing a focused and well-substantiated tax strategy, we were able to realign the deal, reduce tax liability substantially, and ensure the seamless integration of the acquired company. This approach demonstrated how a robust tax strategy can transform potential obstacles into a smooth and successful transactions.
Again, I keep on hearing the same things, right? Tax planning, thinking ahead, ESP, being aligned, having that foresight and the strategy. So having that peace of mind through that will give you that peace of mind. So I see that that's a thread in the conversations there. So that's great. Well, thanks a lot for that information. I mean, it'll make uh, our businesses that are looking to do any acquisitions or expansions or going into other markets understand that having a tax strategy ahead of time will save them undue cost or
Absolutely.
unnecessary cost. So that's
Absolutely.
great. So let's you know with these many countries that you visit and everything that you visited that you do business in, we go with customs and duties. So let's have a little fun with that. Uh,
Vale.
so fun and custom and duties, they might not typically go together, but let's give it a shot. What's one way companies can turn the often daunting task of managing customs and duties into a competitive advantage?
Well, I may say that turning customs and duties into a competitive advantage, it's all about optimization. For instance, leveraging free trade agreements can significantly reduce cost and enhance supply chain efficiency, by carefully mapping out a company's supply chain and aligning it with the best possible trade routes and agreements. Businesses can turn a typical daunting task into a strategic win. Being mindful about all of the resources that you can use and then take advantage of it, right?
Very good. So I can see that aside from the foresight, it's also having the just-in-time side, having that GPS coordinates like you have, looking
Absolutely.
at the best routes to take into other exporting into other countries and making sure that they take advantage of what's out there and the resources. Nice.
Absolutely. That's
Very
true.
good. All right. We talked about the similar thread of words that's coming, ESP, knowing what's ahead. So let's talk about future trends, crystal ball time.
Vale.
If you have a crystal ball, what emerge what emerging tax credits do you see having the biggest impact on global supply chains in the next 5 to 10 years?
Hmm. Um, I think that if I had a crystal ball, let me see. I see, digital taxation and environmental tax policies becoming increasingly influential, And so I consider that in the next coming 5 to 10 years, company will need to navigate these trends and carefully in understanding how that or those initiatives may affect them. So it's good to anticipate what the new trends may influence it positively or negatively, but being ready for it. So I think that being proactive on this mindfulness about developing tax strategy and being proactive would guarantee that the companies may lead and navigate accordingly.
Yep, no, definitely. I mean, and it's good that your business has the superpower, so it would have the possible superpowers of ESP, right? That you can see it ahead, planning ahead. But again, it's all when you're planning ahead, it relates to the strategy that you put in place to take advantage of the benefits that you may have access to. Oh, very good, thanks. So, yeah, let's line things up a bit. We're gonna go with a rapid fire round. So just answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, vale.
Favorite country to work in?
I may say that I cannot choose only one, but Mexico and Panama. Mexico for its rich cultural heritage and dynamic market conditions and opportunities, and Panama for its strategic position, as a getaway for international businesses and thriving financial hubs. So that would be my immediate answer, I say.
Very good, very good. What's your most challenging tax law to navigate?
I think that Brazil. Brazil is a very intricate tax system. So there are numerous layers of federal, states, and municipal regulations that you need to be aware of. So I think that the most complicated tax system that I have met until now.
Coffee or tea while tackling tough tax problems?
Always coffee or something with caffeine for yes. Actually, I have my coffee here, so it's part of me.
I know, I can't do anything without it. I gotta have my coffee right off the bat.
True.
What's the best tax tip in one sentence?
Hmm. I think that let me see. My key piece of advice is to integrate tax strategy into your overall business planning. A well thought out tax approach can unlock significant savings and provide a competitive edge in the market. So don't wait for the challenges to arise, plan ahead and stay agile. So this would be my piece of advice to everyone.
Very good, very good. Well, and we appreciate your time. Anything else that you would like to tell the group? Anything? Who should be reaching out to you? I mean, you've given us a lot of insight on what on things on ESP, right? That foresight, having foresight for your business, having a strategy in place for taxes, and try to avoid costs and make it the most effective. Who should be reaching out? Because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that people know about you and in the US and Mexico and throughout our international contacts. Who should we make sure to say, hey, let's you should talk to Cintli. Cintli can give you that peace of mind you need.
Well, I think that the people who is interested to learning about finance, learning about taxes, or interested to expand their businesses to other jurisdictions, or are dealing with tax audits, or are just struggling to manage properly efficiencies, and they work very hard, but the profits are not as the level that they want. So probably these situations I can help, because in my role I have understand and learned that taxes is not only a quote, it's not only a percentage to be paid or something. It's a full environment of different elements that we need to take care carefully, from the very fundamental essence of your business through where do you want to be in 1, 2, 3, 10 years, so mindset in business, it's very necessary to provide a proper tax policy, that guarantee a sustainable growth, so people who is interested to make the things more structured, or to be creative with someone experienced enough to provide the proper advice, that is a good fit. I think that the one that I may provide.
Very good, very good. Well, everybody, again, I want to thank Cintli, and if you're a business that's looking to grow, go into other markets, and you want to have somebody that understands tax laws in different countries and ways to optimize it. And of course, I mean, she may not have the superpower to find out what tomorrow brings. Otherwise, I would ask her what the lottery numbers are for tomorrow. But nonetheless, having the plan for what tomorrow brings is some peace of mind that you can really acquire from Cintli Chacon's advice. Again, thank you all for being here today with Tuesdays with Ro. Next week, we will have another special guest. Keep on tuning. So, follow us on LinkedIn, follow us on our YouTube channel so you can see the other great experts that we've had on the channel as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. We'll talk later.
Thank you, Rogelio. Have a good day. Ciao, ciao.
Sorry.